Hello, Leon? Yeah, this is Harold. Just want to let you know we just solved your difficult clue. We're already at the observatory. Game's too easy, Leon. We'll be at the finish line in about an hour. It's the Talking Archive at location number 1 of the Great All-Nighter in the 1980 comedy adventure Midnight Madness. Now, as you'll recall, all 5 teams solved the clue. The C is reversed. SS Itari is mixed up in blind as See the Stars. However, only Harold's team was able to get to the observatory thanks to futuristic technology. All 4 other teams thought it was someplace else. The yellow team thought it was the map to the stars' homes. Now, speaking of which, to the left of the parking lot, away from the view of this historic building, you'll see something that looks very familiar. Yep, that's where Marvin parked the Jeep as he, Adam, Laura, and Flinch were trying to figure out what maps and what stars' homes they had to look at to find the next clue, or so they thought, until Marvin just sat back in his Jeep and looked at the sky and said, Well, it is a pretty night anyway. You can even see the stars. What'd you say, Marvin? You can even see... Hey, that's it! We've been thinking about the wrong kind of stars! Now, this was the angle we saw as the blue team was leaving the observatory, the yellow team was arriving toward this direction, and Harold's van was leaving from this direction, as well as taunting the yellow team, but without the... Fact is that this has always been lawn and sidewalk. It was never a parking lot. But maybe in addition to the van, the other gift his dad got him was a park anywhere you want to pass at each location. You'll also notice in the film that the domes were green back then due to oxidation. In 1985, they restored their copper showroom shine and have remained so ever since. There's the exterior to the Griffith Observatory. Now let's go inside and find the periscope, the telescope, as well as the display Armpit fell for. Okay, my back is to the entrance door of the observatory right now. And here's where teams made their mad dash trying to find the telescope. And this is the area where Levitas warned his fellow green teammate Armpit to beware of danger ahead, or some kind of a penalty. We'll get to that in just a little bit. And there's that ball that's been knocking down chalk for years. And it's just amazing to see people who've been there for the first time and they're looking at it just mesmerized. We're talking about people from ages 4 to 104. So here we are inside the observatory in one of the rooms that was probably where the periscope was in Midnight Madness. And as we take a look, the periscope is nowhere to be found. I'm not sure if that periscope was ever actually here or if it was just part of the movie to give the effect of, hey, there's the meat machine, there's the green team, we better make a run for the telescope. So, of course, the telescope entrance, as we mentioned earlier, was actually indoors in the movie. It's outdoors in real life. So a little bit of trick photography. And for those of us living in Southern California, a lot of us wouldn't even know where the entrance was to that. So a lot of us were tricked into believing what something that we thought was there actually was not there. So there's a closer look at the scale model of the observatory they got there, which is where the periscope looks like it probably would have been. Let's take a look around here. Get a little bit closer here. Look at that. It's really cool looking. Well, we couldn't find the periscope down here, but tell you what, let's go to the roof. There's the periscope right over there. Although I'm trying to figure out where exactly right in the floor below this is, and can you actually look at it? That's the mystery. We'll find out soon. And this was the viewpoint of the periscope where we saw the meat machine coming toward the entrance and threatening the yellow team. Oh, great, there they are. Hey, come on, guys, over here. Well, here's the actual entrance to the telescope. Unlike the movie where it was interior, this is exterior, as you can see. And here it is. Well, looking at this is the telescope, but it's closed for today. But there's the steps. Mind if I have a peek there? No way, Jose. I was here first. But, Dad! What's the matter with you? My kid's studying Venus. It's for his term paper. Now, that bratty kid who would not let Adam see the telescope was portrayed by J. Brennan Smith, who was Mike Engelberg in the TV sitcom version of the Bad News Bears, which was on CBS primetime from 1979 to 1980, around the time Midnight Madness was filmed. What's going on right here? Where's that clue? Hey, ladies, take a look at this thing. Hey, Armpit, be careful. I am being careful, all right? Hey, Einstein, isn't Venus up there? Well, son, you want to let me have a look? Dad, let's go to the magnetics exhibit. Magnetics exhibit. By the way, according to NASA, Venus does not have 2 moons. It in fact has 0. Of course, a dad gullible enough to believe a kid that age has a term paper would also believe that Venus has 2 moons. Hey, Flinch, remind me to come up here when you have more time. Marvin, can you set this? Sure, 22, 37. To unlock the next clue, find the 8,800 keys. Hey, what are you guys doing that telescope? Oh, this? Levias, you want to be here? Why don't you go downstairs? Hey, I got a better deal. Why don't you guys check downstairs? Okay, Levias, if you insist. Now, this was not seen in the movie itself. We didn't get a nice, beautiful view of downtown in the daytime, but it's too beautiful not to film. So, they did show a little bit of downtown LA in the opening credits of the movie. It was kind of downtown LA at night with some special effects to make it look different, and then they had the awesome disco song that is just ear candy. Once you hear it, you just hear it all day. Well, that's our first location of the Great All-Nighter, the Griffith Observatory. And to find the next clue, find the 8,800 keys. And where those 8,800 keys lead to in real life, we'll find out very soon. For the Talking Archive from the Griffith Observatory, Midnight Madness location number 1 of the Great All-Nighter, I'm Josh Jacobs.